Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If Daku was the Lord of the Leviathans. I pronounce it wrong, but you'll see it in the title. So yeah. So this is gonna be a little bit different. This is gonna be like a little bit of an alternate universe compared to the original. I'm still adding Zumi, but other than that, it's gonna be complete chaos. So, let's start with back then, like let's say couple years back. Not in a prehistoric age. More like not dinosaur age, but the more of the Dungeons and Dragons and knights. The Dark Age thing. So, let's begin. And with that. So, the Queen of the Sea was a little bit or she basically sometimes shows up at a kingdom of humans. And one of them, so because it's called a kingdom of humans, and they had a lot of humans, and well, it was before the countries were even made. So yeah. So the queen, or actually princess, she's a princess, and she went and visits them. And one of the villains, or actually, let's say, one of the evil people, like a crime thing, was about to kill, or he did shoot a arrow at her. And so when the arrow did shot at her, right at in the elbow, and she, when she got really angry, and so she cursed the entire world, full of, because she's a princess of the entire Leviathan kingdom thing. So that every Leviathan in existence of it was haunting them, cursing them. And so time passed, and the guy, the one that shot the princess in the shoulder, he did get executed before. So time progressed, and now she became the queen, but without a king. She's like, so, yeah. And she's trying her hardest. So what does she do? She waits until the young, or until the same. So then a lot has happened. They set up defenses and for each state thing. So then let's get now into modern day. So the curse still exists, and like leviathans still attack them. But Zuko, so Inko was scared. So she gave birth. Or actually, she was scared at first, before, because if one of those monsters come and attacks the hospital, she would have died, and her future kids would have dead too. So, yeah. So then she calms herself down, and she went to the hospital, and she gave birth to 2 young kids. And Zumi and Zuko. But Zuko was born with a power of the king of the. So basically, the king of the leviathans is like totally opposite. So at age of 3, he just hangs around, but he's more relaxed than anyone. So then he goes because how terrified they were of water, because who knows, they might get a jump scare from the leviathans. There was multiple ones, so I just used this one to come out of so they were kind of smelly. Zuko was like, okay. As he turns on a water on her, as he takes a normal shower, as they're like, because they knew that but his aura is keeping the monsters away. So he goes home, or let's say he went to a sand. He sat down. As the queen or princess, she's still a title of that after all these years. She went into her human form, Um, and she sees this young man sitting, just relaxing, enjoying himself. Oh. And she does notice that um, there was no trash on the shorelines. Because a couple times she saw like so much trash that even like is supposed to like making monsters eat it and like make them die from it. Plus, so Zuko, who did clean it all up, as he's just sitting here or laying and just relaxing, enjoying the sun. As he's just, or he's so close to the water, as when he time to go swimming, or when he gets up, and he does have a swimsuit thing, so he goes into the water. People, or their sign says, "Do not swim in water." Or there's leviathans. As Zuko's as doesn't care. As the girl looks closer, as he swims around. As one of the leviathans was about almost trying to, or actually didn't try to attack him. When he got close, he stopped, froze, and swam away. And the princess, in her human form, could see this as the him like she could feel the weird aura from Zuko. Not the Nikilia kind. Not really. And not a, yeah. So it's not that kind of aura. It's more of a, or plus her feelings. She could feel herself getting drawn to him. And yeah, so Zumi, or so Zuko was quirkless, but he really doesn't care. And he does encourage Bakugo. Oh. And so Bakugo, because Bakugo hasn't taken a shower in like a long time. So when he fell into like a little string, he thought he was gonna be dead. But Zuko just comes in and saves his life. Are you doing okay? And Zuko's thought, man. So so they had time skip to 15, and during that time skip thing, he does go to like the Zuko or the shoreline, as he says, just a normal day on my behalf. As he was the king of the Leviathan, or actually his title, I'm making like little quotes thing. He is the similar to what she has, but the prince. So basically, the girl found her own Prince Charming. I mean, but she also doesn't know his name. So when he a couple of times comes to the shore, and sometimes she watches from a safe distance. But she can't control herself. She's basically, and for a reason why she's a princess and she stayed so young, is that she also has the power to stop her own, like, aging process. So she was 15. And if it kept going, it would be 15 million years old. No, but, yeah. So she's basically, yeah. So at age of 15, Zuko comes again, one last time. And as he meditates, because he loves, like, water. As a young, she thinks in her head, it's finally time. And she's too embarrassed to, yeah, so she's basically like what Ochako was. But then, spoilers, or wait, not really spoilers. It's more of a, like, more like a like fan-made things. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, here. Okay. Sorry. So it's like when they first met, Ochako was embarrassed. That's out first. But then, during, like, the rest of the school thing, they kind of got their relationships a little bit closer and closer. Okay. Yeah, that's the same situation. So, now, yeah. So she basically was being a big girl. She has to be a princess to, like... So when she walks up in her human form to Zuko, who looks at her, was confused, or when he Lane, as she sat right next to him. He wasn't giving her like a scary face. He was more of a calm, chilled guy. And so she says, why aren't you at school? There's a high school called, or UA, right? Yeah, that's only for quirks people. That's where my sister's going. But me, I caught up on all of my classes all the way to college stuff, or to the graduation. So I'm just chilling. And as she's wondering, why is he so calm? And she also says, there's a leviathans running in these waters, right? Yeah. Why are you still... There's many people try to ask me that same question. So then he gets up. He was in his swimsuit thing. As he swims around. But she doesn't know that he is the... So he's just swimming, just relaxing. As many of... As she's like, he's so calm. Yet, as she knows that if she touches water, she goes back to her, like, original form, her hair color, everything. Because she basically has the power to change her hair color from purple to blue. And if she touches it, it converted back. So yeah. So she ends up walking, a little bit, as he says, are you scared, Ern? No, just... He jumps out of the water. Under. Yeah. So, he's just like, yeah. That was for, swimming and sunbathing for a while. He had a really good suntan thing. So she finally says, or she probably trying to, like, come up with a name for her, or for the princess. Actually, her name will be Crystal. That would be her first name that she usually goes by. But her full name It's Crystal Leviathan. She's a princess, yeah. So Crystal Leviathan properly introduces herself. She's only using her beginning name. And as Zuko says, I'm Zuko. When some people call me Daku. Oh. But I don't really mind it. And she's basically, as he walks away, and she starts thinking to herself, Daku, or Zuko. As she went to the water after Zuko left, and can't stop thinking about him. And many of her servants and are like, what's wrong? Well, as she's trying to, or she tells the Leviathan that well, I'm just trying to think. As she's trying to think, or she tells him that I'm thinking about a boy, as a human boy that has green hair, green eyes, one. Yeah. Yeah. You know what happened last time. Remember, yeah, I know. But he seems so innocent. Like, kind, more than anyone. As they knew what happened, like, long time ago. Because they because last time so a human did that. Yeah, so then she could not stop thinking about Zuko. Or so a couple days later he comes back and he's enjoying life outside. So then the day comes and she hangs out with him. Like playing volleyball. Well, to getting know him better. Or so a time skip to the from them introducing each other's to like all my all for one. So during that time he comes out he's just like, he hangs out way more than any normal person. As but she didn't know that he actually knew that she was the princess of the leviathans. And so he treats her as how she wants to be treated. Nice and polite. So so then so they played Truth or Dare. Because yeah, with two people is like, yeah, crazy. So he sat down. Hey. So basically she asks him, um, okay. Or so she starts things off because Zuko is being so polite. Truth. As it was the when we first met, as Zuko says, you look gorgeous. But yeah. So then he's is buttering her up with it until so then being super kind, they are getting better known each other's. So then the Zuko, or after they were done playing, and so she basically like she basically asked him the that water, or that princess of the leviathans, yeah, the the or as she like you were, or of course she says this, I know that, and why you're always hanging around here. You're trying to find her, or what purpose? I wasn't trying to find anyone. And I was trying to have some me time to myself. Oh, that actually is truth. Because to get some fresh air. Or, as the storm clouds rolled in, as he's grinding his teeth because those people never heard of a shower. Take a shower. And Zuko's eyes glowed as it starts pouring on the entire city. And as everyone flies in, or flies back indoors, because they know when they see the weather or change like that, they know that the leviathan is coming. So as he relaxed, as the storm clouds and and as the him and she saw how powerful Zuko. So, but it was finally time for her to confess, uh, Zuko. I know that, and you might find this unbelievable, but as he quiets her, you're the princess of the leviathans. I know that. As her face becomes all blushed, like anime characters that have blush faces. Is the her face looked like that. And she asks him, "How did you know that I was who I was?" It's your aura that told me. And I also knew that you were also couldn't touch the water over there because it will turn you into back into yourself. Am I right? And she's like, he has me figured out. How? And she demonstrates ancient as she catches her breath as she goes in, and she looks like that. And Zuko's just like, huh. And Zuko's powers at least. So then when Zuko jumps into the water without hitting her in the head, as he swims out a little bit further, as she comes with, as he transforms into the big, I mean big, Hold on. It always does this to me, so... So, basically... I'm trying to find the king. Leviathan king. So he looks like the mix between a human, Leviathan, and a goddess. Basically, he looks like... And he was gigantic. Bigger than a planet. He could swallow islands whole without... Yeah. So when he showed his form to her, instead of her being super scared but instead she never seen how beautiful the Leviathan is. Yeah. Because he looked like really big guy. So, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Sorry if I went quiet. But yeah. So yeah. So I was trying to find the anime characters that have like love in their eyes. It basically, she had the exact same face and exact same eyes, as she knows he's the one for her. So when after the whole, I went over 30 minutes, but that's okay. Yeah. So this is going to be the end. Please wait for part 2 to be filmed, and peace out, y'all. Peace.